Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PC review. Today I'm going to take a look at Operation Wolf on the NES. If you've never played the game before, it's basically one of the light gun games where you used to pick up a light gun and shoot the enemies. Unfortunately though, despite Commodore 64 games having the ability to bring up a menu now and you use the zapper in the game, well the Wiimote, then they didn't actually include zapper mode for this, so you can only use the D-pad and the likes. So that's a little irritating, but still, personally, I find these games fun, even without the cheap peripheral that you get, but many people don't. So anyway, at the start you basically get to choose your cursor speed, and then you just start the game. There's 6 missions overall, and your whole point is to go through the missions, killing a certain amount of enemies, saving a certain amount of prisoners, and then you basically go on to the next mission. There's difficulty levels in the game by the fact that as you go on the game gets harder, and not only that, as you go on and beat the 6 missions, every time you do they kind of get harder until you obviously reach the point where they can't get any harder. So basically the whole point is you've got the crosshair here, and obviously because you're not using the zapper or anything, you just either use the D-pad or the analog if you're using a classic controller or a GameCube controller, which is definitely what I'd recommend. And the whole point is you just shoot the hell out of the enemies. The helicopters and tanks and boats and all that are worth more, so, and when I say worth more I don't just mean points, I mean more soldiers as well, so they're worth more to your limit, so you have to kill a few of them as well. And that's pretty much it. There's ammo cartridges lying around on the ground, there's grenades lying around on the ground, you've got one button to fire and one button to use your grenades, there's TNT lying around on the ground and you have to shoot them sometimes to kill enemies. And basically if you run out of ammo, like I've done here, because I'm not concentrated properly, then you're a bit screwed, and you'll end up dying. Your energy bar is just basically that at the bottom, and it slowly goes up to the right as well. And that's basically it. That's the whole point of the game. As I say, it's pretty much like a light gun game. So once you run out of things, then you're a bit screwed, and to be fair, even if you have got quite a bit of ammo, you can be a bit screwed, because when you're faced with about 3 helicopters, 2 boats and a tank, things can get a bit hard. So that's pretty much it though. You just basically beat the missions and go through all of them and then beat the game. Don't really know what else is left to say. Graphically, personally I think the game is okay on graphics, and unfortunately it does feature a lot of graphic slowdown, and by that I mean when there's a lot of things happening on the screen at once, your cursor can quite often disappear, or half of a tank can disappear, and it just makes things a bit harder. As well as the power-ups, there's also the animals which you might have noticed flying around. You can basically get chickens and the likes and vultures, and shooting them every now and then does give you some extra ammo, but a lot of the time it can just be a waste of ammo bothering to shoot them because you don't get it every time. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.